Not you scared of the heights. Oh no 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 no. Like, don't play with me like that. You done clicked up with the wrong person.
Cougars. Right off the back here in the white, that's Aldine trying to apply some pressure here inside the box. That's Fernanda Alvarado on the left side. Okay. As we switch it to the opposite side, so Mustangs, they come in with an overall record 8-8-3. Currently sitting in that second place position in district with the record of 7-3-1. They are coming off of a win, 1-0. But look at this fast break. That's Chavez. But goalkeeper snags it. That's going to be Dulce Franco. So Aldine, they'll be in their white unis here. On the opposite side, the Cougars, they come in with an overall record 5-11-1. Currently in that 8th position spot, 3-8 in district. They are coming off of a win to Benjamin Davis, 2-1. So both teams looking to better their record here this afternoon. But we'll have a free kick to come here in favor of the Cougars. Great field position. That's Sherilyn Cruz set to kick here. And a nice right-handed kick, but it's going to be rejected inward by Michelle. But Mustangs trying to stay in motion here. It's a pass and go on the sidelines. Cut inside by Gonzalez, and it's a forward pass. So Chavez showcasing some speed, but defender Destiny Espano showing that speed right back. So player offsides, so it's going to be coming back if touched, but goalkeeper shall snag it. So a nice punt sends it past half midfield range. It's in this Mustang territory. No Cougar there to retrieve it. Some immediate pressure on the sidelines here. And it's a fight forward. Last touch by the Cougars. So it's going to be in favor of the Mustangs. Oh, excuse me, the Cougars. Oh. So that's going to be Jimena Trevino. Big throw in there. She tries to keep it inbound by a header, but she's unable to do so, and it's going to go on the opposite to the Mustangs. So it's currently 74 degrees out. 82% humidity. Feels like 77. Not a lot of wind, so wind won't be a factor here tonight. Only about 5 miles per hour. But a big throw in. It's midfield range. Goalkeeper feeling risky there. That's Dulce Franco. But already some really good saves here in the first half. So booted and rolled just past midfield. And a big header there as it heads right outbound. But Cougars still in possession. So he tries to keep it short, but Morales is unable to maintain the dribble. So now Mustangs back in position here. That's Gonzalez on the throw-in. A lengthy throw-in at that. Alvarado showcasing some speed. She leads this team in goals with 27 goals. But she's definitely going to have to put in some work here tonight. So Alvarado off sides. So instead of going for the ball, she'll retreat back to position. And just like that, Cougars get a break there. So a nice punt. Franco covering some distance here for the Cougars. It takes a bounce. They'll keep it moving on the bounce. So players moving downfield tries to head it down. It's mid in the box this time, but Mustangs find a way to get it out of that dangerous territory. Gonzalez takes a dribble to the sidelines, tries to boot it out, but she's unable to maintain the dribble. So a throw in to come for the Cougars. That's Morales. She'll try to cover the distance. It goes right over the offender. And with the body shot to send it outbound. But the Cougars showing a bit of some resistance here to the Mustangs. A nice throw in downfield. It's a loose ball here. Anyone's to claim. As Adriana boots it out instead to stop the quickness of the Mustangs. Alvarado now with the throw in. But goalkeeper close enough. Grabs it for itself. So look at that sideways kick there. It definitely covers a lot of distance to the Cougars' advantage. But the Mustangs will be back in possession here. It's a short throw in that time, but a bit strategic. But Cougars defense showing some hasty. Morales unable to get a touch on the pass there. And it's another forward kick there. Alvarado trying to get to it first. The ball has a spin on it. And Cougars able to get it out of danger zone. So a forward pass, but she's going to be called offsides. That was Stephanie Rojas. Good idea, but just not executed. And now that'll switch things back to the opposite. So you have a free kick here about the 30-yard line. As it clears everyone, it's a race to it. But they're able to protect it, and goalie, she's able to grab it. So a nice punt with an assist lead there to take it some distance, but the lone Cougar takes it her way, and they're going to call her offsides as well. So just unable to stay on line here. Looks like sometimes speed doesn't work in your favor if you're the Mustang. So Cougars get a fresh kick here about a 38-yard line. And it's first touched by the Mustangs. Cougars trying to get it through, but just not a lot of options here, as the Mustangs typically swarm here. So it's a race to it before it goes outbound. But they're going to rule it out. So now Mustangs, they'll get a fresh reset here. Looks like a player's down at half midfield range. So call for a stop here, 31:08. The player seems to be okay. She walks out on her own will. As we'll have play resume here in Mustangs territory. So time will resume here. As a nice header back in the that direction. As it's kicked forward. It's about 31 minutes on the clock here. Still remaining in the first half. So we'll have a Mustang throw in to come. It's a kick and pass. But Cougars all over that one. And a push on Alvarado sends things into deeper into the Cougars territory here. Mustangs have an opportunity here. They're about at the 35-yard line. And it covers great distance going straight to the chest of Franco. And yet, Cougars, they're saved once again. So Franco, she does the wave, tells the team to go down the field. And they'll get there first. So Cougars swarming here on the defensive side, as they'll send it outbound. But Mustangs try to carry some momentum into their favor. Trying to maneuver around. But Cougars getting a touch on it. Fast dribble here on the left side. It's still inbound. That's Morales. She's showcasing a lot of speed here. She'll try to cut inside, but the dribble just gets too far ahead of her there. So Cougars picking up the pace here. The Mustangs, they get a kick here just a midfield range. Stopped right in his tracks. But then it's a lead pass here. That's going to be Chavez. She'll try to switch the field, but it's only a Cougar there to get it. That's Sanchez. And Sanchez saves the day for the Cougars. Slight hesitation on the dribble. Cougars trying to make sure someone's there to retrieve it. It's a pass and go here for the Cougars. Great setup. As this one goes right through the legs of the defender, but goalkeeper is there. So a low punt. Cougars, she's there to get it. They're going to call a handball there. So a handball puts this Cougar team in a good position here. And just way too high on that attempt will give the Mustangs the reset that they needed. So we'll have a quick substitution here. Looks like Alvarado is going to go and take a seat. Natalie Loya checking into the ball game for the Mustangs. So kick takes a bounce just about midfield range. It's a pass and go, and it's legal. That's Loya. She just checked into this game, but she's going to be met with some immediate pressure here by the Cougar. That was Adriana on the Cougars defense. They can thank her for sure. She got a hand in on it as we're under 30 here, 27 minutes here in the first half, still scoreless. And this is a low kick here for the Cougars. As the Cougars try to get to the ball first. That's Herrera. But now Mustangs, they're trying to keep things on this side. Moving with the dribble, but it's going to be punched out by Adriana. And a big throw in, but Adriana getting a touch on it, trying not to make it a corner kick, and she does just that. So great awareness there. So it'll still be a throw in. Gonzalez set to throw it in here after some quick brief substitutions here for the Mustangs. See this back of the wall defense. Everyone's at midfield range. As Cougars keeping everybody on this side to help out. As the ball will switch the field, but it still go outbound. So Mustangs, they're still in possession. They'll keep it light this time, but waiting for the ball. Loya shows them. Cougars trying to keep the fast dribble down the line as it goes outbound just about midfield range. Mustangs, they like this short approach, but this time they took a longer throw in here. But just like that, things are going to go in the Cougars' direction. As the Cougars switch the field, but the Mustang will get there first. She'll look for an outlet. She takes her time. A patient dribble, and now it's a lead pass, but too far of a pass. Franco grabs it. So big putt. It takes a roll over the defender. That's Cruz trying to keep the dribble in the Cougars' favor, but right now Mustangs doing a great job at keep away. The defense really stepping in. Lead pass intercepted there by Espino. This is a fight for the header. And Cougars just trying to get the boot forward to really cover some distance, but that one's going to be last touched by the Mustangs. So now Cougars gaining a little momentum. Throw in by Herrera. Morales takes her time as it goes right across the field here. But that too far of a dribble is what's been killing the Cougars so far. Slight hesitation by Cruz. They'll retreat. It will take a bounce just near the box. And a high kick there gives the Cougars a free kick here. Cruz, last time just a bit too high. What would it be this time? And goalkeeper using both hands there, blocking it down and keeping this scoreboard scoreless for the Cougars. Trying to stop the Mustang in her tracks, but some way, somehow, she's still moving. It's a race to it. That's Destiny Espino. But it'll go outbound, last touch by a Cougar. So Mustangs, just like that, right back on this side. She's met by a double team in the corner here. As the Cougars, they'll opt in for a corner kick. This will be the first corner kick of the ball game for either team. Be from the left side. So lightly there, but just quite. Goalkeeper's out the box. The shot hits the top of the goalpost. What a break the Cougars get there. Wow. Goalkeeper was not even in the box on that shot attempt, so even a soft tap would have kept that goal for the Mustangs. But now they have a forward pass. It's just her and the goalie. So switch it, but it's too far left that time. So shot attempts falling here, but just not making it in for the Mustangs. So Cougars, they get two close breaks there After we'll have some quick substitutions for both teams here before the kick. So 2 substitutions later, the Cougars, they'll keep it low this time. Tries to get in. That's Giselle trying to cover some ground, but this Mustang's really tapping into the offensive side here. But they'll cover ground. So Cruz looking for an outlet. She'll short change it. Intended for Kylie. But some way, somehow, Mustangs come out with it. And it will be Mustang possession. So we're under 20 here. Scoreless scoreboard. Throw in for the Mustangs. It's a lead pass. But Cougars really swarming on the defensive side of things. She tries to switch the field. One player to beat. That's Morales. But she'll kick it to the goalkeeper. Dangerous play there. But it works. Nice punt midfield range. It's forward. It's intended for Bryant. Morales fighting forward here. As it'll be a Cougar throw in, so they'll go with the momentum. Morales takes the throw in as it goes outside. As it's forward, it's still inbound, but it'll bounce right out here on the right side. So Cougars trying to get it back and forth here. And a big throw in, rolling right off of the header there for Cruz. But sent right back into that area by the Mustangs. And now, different trajectory for this Mustang team. It's a throw in, it's inside the box. Quickly sent outward. That's Kylie Souders to retrieve it. She'll take the dribble, tries to send it forward to Bryant, but she's unable to get there first. Bryant trying to get a tap on it. But it's going to be sent back, so defense of the Cougars. But a takedown here about at the 30 will go right into the favor of the Mustangs. Excuse me, the Cougars. So about the 32-yard line here. So everyone does retreat. Tries to cover some ground. But Cougars will get there first. Kylie trying to maintain the dribble. That's Bryant. Bryant, she blows right past the defender. Tries to shoot it, but goalie gets a hand on it. She's unable to grab it. But Cougars trying to keep this into this territory. But a great shot attempt by Bryant and better save by goalkeeper as things are sent in the opposite direction. So it's a race to the ball. But now Mustangs back in this territory. So both teams, some good looks so far, but just unable to capitalize. It's a forward pass. And that's Cruz. But that pass is stripped everything. Cougars trying to keep it on this side. It's a fast dribble to the baseline. But Cougars wall of defense tapped in. It's to the other side this time. That's going to be Rodriguez trying to split the defender. It's sent to Morales. She tries to do the shot attempt there, but just not quite. And Cougars fighting for their life inside the box as they try to keep other looks on this side. The dribble's kept in, but it's kind of long, but still inbound. So Cougars now losing that possession. Mustangs all over it. It's a fight for it. And they regain that possession as we'll have a trio sub here for the Mustangs. As we're under 15. So a big throw in. And a better punt there. It's a race to the first tap. And the Mustangs will opt in for a corner kick. So this will be the Cougars' first corner kick of the ball game, second all night. How will the Cougars respond to this opportunity? It's a high ball, and it's headed in, but goalie somehow she's able to tip it to herself. Great effort by her. So outstanding efforts there by goalkeeper. And now Cougars trying to keep the energy on this side of the field. But man, we've seen some really good saves here on both sides of the ball here tonight between the Mustangs and the Cougars. But now ball is inside the box, is booted out here to the lone Mustang that's forward. That pass is going to be intercepted there. Morales tries to fight through the contact, but Inspino is able to get things back into the Cougars' territory. So Cougars possession. Big throw in there. It's headed with some to cover some more ground. They'll trade a pair of headers. So take a bounce, trying to keep it low here. And it's a long throw in here. Cougars will opt to just kick it outbound as the Mustangs trying to gain some momentum here on the right side. Nice line drive throw in, but it'll cover some distance in the opposite. It's backwards sent back into this action. Cougars will let it roll right out. So under 12 minutes here. Both teams scoreless. Both have great looks, but it's going to cover some ground there with the pump by Cruz. It's a race to it, but goalkeeper is there first. It's a loose ball. Mustangs trying to set something off, but yet another offsides call believe that's number 4 for this Mustang team. So that will come right on back here. Those calls are definitely killing the momentum of the Mustangs. As now the Cougars just a little bit behind midfield as far as positioning for the kick. Covering some ground, and it takes a big bounce, but goalkeeper's there. So goalkeeper really tapped in here. There's a slight hesitation in sending things forward. No offsides call here. She'll take it for herself on the dribble. And just like that, that's going to be the first goal here for the Mustangs. See if we can get a number here. That looks like can't get the number just yet, but Mustangs, they take a lead there. That's gonna be Louisa Paz with the first goal here for the Mustangs. So just 10 minutes remaining here. Cougars trying to get a response here very fast. That's Bryant applying some pressure on the left side here. Morales, she'll keep it short. It's low, but no one's there to retreat it. Goalkeeper thought about dribbling. She felt some pressure. But the punt here will keep things in this direction. And a push in the back there by Louisa will give the Cougars a look here. That's Cruz. She's had great kicks all night long, but Cougars got to get there to retreat it. She'll take it high there. It's punted out, not grabbed out, but packed out to fight to keep it into possession. But it looks like Mustangs will get away with that one. They'll keep it short, try to switch the field. But Cougar all on that one. Fighting through some contact. Mustangs trying to roll with some momentum here. It's a forward kick. It goes around. Morales taking her time. She'll switch it over to Cruz. So Cougars try to get a response from that goal there. And a missed touch there will send things in the opposite. It's a fight for the possession. But the Cougars getting to it. So Cougars will take their time here. They'll dribble on the right side. Forward attempt there intended for Bryant. But they'll play keep away. Trying to find Bryant. It's a loose ball. Mustangs will get there first. Light touch. He'll keep it low. But it's a back and forth rally here. Just at midfield range. 7 minutes on the clock. Cruz. She'll send it forward. But nothing but Mustangs in that direction. as it crossed the field. So another forward pass was going to be offsides, but she took it a different route. She'll opt in for the dribble, but passes it to nowhere here. It's a forward pass. It's between her and the goalkeeper, and another offsides call, so make it number 5. So Cougars will get a fresh kick here, about 23-yard line, with just 5:40 on the clock in the first half. 1-0 right now in favor of the Mustangs, but that's Morales trying to make a difference here. It's a far forward dribble. She'll take the cross, but I think that dribble was just too far ahead of her there. In a forward pass, it's a bounce here, but Espino's there to treat it. She's trying to defend on the defender. She'll cut back, and she's taken down here just outside the box by Destiny Espino. So they'll have a free kick here, and this is dangerous territory if you're a Cougar. So Mustangs try to line it up here to prepare for the kick just outside the right side of the box. 4:30 on the clock. It's low, but it goes right to the chest of Dulce Franco. Probably lost a little bit of some wind there, but another nice save for the Cougars. So that punt takes about midfield range. Just slightly punt it, trying not to be offsides. And they'll kick it to the opposite direction. It's cut back, but they're trying to get a touch on it. And goalkeeper comes out with it here. So can the Cougars get on the board here before the first half expires? 3:30 on the clock, but it looks like the Mustangs still fighting pretty hard here. That's Morales trying to go with the bounce here. They're going to rule that one last touch by the Mustangs. So Cougars trying to gain some momentum here late in the first. So a quick substitution. But time is ticking away here. A short throw in. But Cruz finds her way around the 2 defenders. They'll cross the field there, but Mustangs are there to get it. So it's a fast dribble on the left side. She's able to fight through the contact, but it's going to be stopped in its tracks by the Cougar. So they'll rule that one last touched by the Cougars. So Mustangs keeping it going, but defenders just getting all of the contact there, stopping the ball in its tracks, trying to fight through the contact. That's going to be Giselle Cordova. And now on to Bryant. Bryant trying to regain the possession. She does just that. It'll be a pass and go here, but Mustangs get a touch on it. Cordova sends it back in fashion as it rolls right outbound. So now Cougars trying to get something done here. Just a minute 39 on the clock. They'll opt for a short throw in. It's kicked, but it's just too far right. As we come just to a minute remaining here, but it'll be a kick, corner kick actually. So Cougars can get an option here late in the first half, depending on how this goes. I think that's Cruz in the corner here. So just 47 seconds remaining. This is the Cougars' chance. They'll keep it low this time, and it goes right back out. And we'll have a repeat. So just a few seconds remaining. Cougars, they'll get another attempt here. They got to be quick about it. Only 19 seconds. This is the opportunity. It's a little high, but the header sends it too far left. And I think that will do it for the first half, as time will expire. 1-0. Aldine Mustangs leading the competition with that lone goal from Louisa Paz. We'll take a break for halftime, and we'll be back for the rest of regulation.
Oh, they want you to do one for the school? Oh, no. Not the price of these. Right. Right. Getting it done. Mhm. Like, what y'all doing? Right. Yeah. Just hook us up. No, no, no. Yeah. Don't get too comfortable. Mhm. They start giving you dates. Mm. Uh, oh yeah, I'll take it. Quick took the whole cake. Mm. Well, that's a balance. Hmm. Hmm.
sit down.
Right. All day. Doing the same stuff.
Mhm. And we're back live here as the Aldine Mustangs take on the Nimitz Cougars. Right now, first half went to the Mustangs with one lone goal there in the 30th minute. That was Louisa Paz, number 4 for the Mustangs on that lone goal. Cougars have yet to respond. Some awesome looks, though, from both teams, but even better saves by both goalkeepers here on both sides of the ball. The Cougars, they haven't really let down the momentum, as you can see here early in the second. They're pretty much bringing the energy, rejuvenated and refreshed out of that halftime. But the Mustangs defense has been a force to be reckoned with here all night long. Now, one thing that the Mustangs did struggle with in the first half, they had a lot of offside calls, which really hurt them and really is the reason why there's not more goals on the scoreboard than the one lone goal there that came in the 30th minute. They had 6 offside calls, but they're going to call this one onside. Oh, actually, no, they're going to call it offside. So, right on schedule there, make it number 7 there for the Cougars. First of this half. But number 7 call there for the offside. So that's going to be the Mustangs' biggest struggle here. Is this a forward kick here? But Cougars' deep offense here. It's a quick turnaround, a quick throw in for the Mustangs, and a long shot there hitting the goalpost. So a great look, but just not quite. That was Gonzalez on the attempt as they send things in the opposite. Now big punts all game long there from the Cougars, which has really worked to their advantage. Cruz, she's done an outstanding job of covering ground for the Cougars. Still try to send it forward there, but it's going to be rejected and sent back. It's headed down. So Mustangs trying to get things back onto their side here into their favor. But this Cougars defense is really just tightened up a bit. Just got to get the offense in tune. Got to get to the ball first. That's been one of the biggest things, is that this Cougars team is so fast. We got a handball call here. So now Cruz in sweet distance for the Cougars. And she'll try to curve it, but it's right into the chest of goalie. Kind of bobbled it, but she's able to grab it. So Cruz was going for the shot attempt, just a little too curved on that one. This is a pass, tap, and go. She's fighting through some contact. It's still inbound. Last touch by the Mustangs. So Cougars pick it right up and go with it. That's going to be Cruz. She'll get some air under it. But fighting through it, that's Stephanie Rojas on the left side, but she'll retreat and find an outlet. It's a high ball attempt, and it finds the top right corner. And that was Alvarado making it 2 for the Mustangs. But Alvarado with her first goal here tonight. She made it look very simple. From about 30 yards out. And excuse me, that was actually Gonzalez, Julami Gonzalez, on the goal attempt for the Mustangs. So now Cougars trying to get a response here. Down 2 now. Still 34 minutes on the clock. So newfound energy for the Mustangs. Unable to get the ball down to not cover ground, so they'll opt to send it outward. That was Sanchez on that thought process. And we'll have a Mustang throw in to come. So that's going to be Jalami. As it's just ahead of the box here. And it's low but too far left. And Cougars catch a break there. So a kick to come here on the reset for the Cougars. Trying to fight through the contact, but Cougars regain it. That's Cruz. Cruz tries to hesitate, but she'll forward send it as it goes outbound. Cruz will keep it for herself, tells Rodriguez to go, which I think is a smart solution here. But they're not able to maintain the dribble. It's a lead pass. That's not Gonzalez. That is Natalie Loya on the attempt there, but she's going to be boxed out to goalkeeper. This player is still struggling to get in there. But she looks to be walking on her own wheel here. I think her shin guard just kind of slipped there. So they will assess the player here. But yeah, I think her shin guard just kind of slipped a bit. She's able to make her way off the field. But we'll have play resume here in favor of the Mustangs. So they'll have a kick and it's going to be headed back just in that same distance. But Mustangs trying to find their way through. That's Cruz. She's met by a double team here, but too far of a dribble will send it outbound. So a high ball, but meshed between the defenders. And that's Rojas picking up the pace here for the Mustangs. But it's going to be booted out by by Sanchez. And while Mustangs throw in to come, so now Mustangs still back into this territory, trying to get inside the box, and a hip check right outside the box there by Lopez will send things into the Cougars territory. So Cougars, they catch a break there. It's gonna be Flora Franco on the attempt. It's gonna be pass and go to the sidelines, but unable to maintain it. It's a loose ball. Cougars will get there first. Looking for an outlet. She'll keep it short. Misses both defenders. And it's a forward pass there to Rojas. And another offsides call. Make it number 8 here for the Mustangs. So that's something that's really killed this team here, especially tonight. 8 offside calls, 2 in this half alone. And we'll have a free kick to come here for the Cougars. So under 30 minutes remaining. 2-0. Cougars can't get the response that they're looking for just yet. Mustangs, they steal the ball here. Take the dribble at midfield range. Slightly tapped. But it's a jam up. Run to it. Cruz tries to get the last tip on it. So long pass. And a defender there, but too far of a dribble. Goalie comes out to establish her presence. And she'll take the punt. And send right back in fashion. Goalkeeper's able to grab it and protect it. She'll keep it low this time. Cougars rolling with the bounce. And that's Espino. She'll try to draw in to cross the field. And now Cougars in good position and goes past the defender. And now Cougars on the board. That goal comes from Morales with the assist from Bryant. And just like that, the Cougars are on board. 27:46 on the clock. Now it's 2-1. Mustangs still leading. Cougars trying to compete here. So it's a forward pass, a long pass. But goalkeeper, she'll claim it as hers. And they'll take the low punt here. So rolling with it, they'll pass it to the sideline where Sanchez is there, but it's going to be sent outward. But Cougars will still be in possession. So Cougars still in motion. It's sent forward by Perez. But Cougars trying to get a touch on it. Mustangs doing a great defensive job. That's Rojas here. She's onside this time, but goalkeeper's there first. So Rojas showcasing a lot of speed there. Could work in the Mustangs' favor. This last touch there by the Cougars. So Lopez will win that possession. As it's a nice throw in, it'll go right outside. So Mustangs will cover some ground here. As it's headed towards the mid range here, they'll wait for goalie to grab. And that's the best option for the Cougars. She's been able to cover a lot of ground there. Franco all game long. But these Cougars trying to match it up with the Mustangs. It's a long lead pass, but goalkeeper is there to grab. So 25-39 on the clock now. Mustangs leading this competition by a goal, but it's still ample amount of time in this game. Look at this lead pass in favor of the Mustangs, trying to maintain the dribble, but just gets a little too ahead of her. And now that'll send things right past midfield range. That's Morales. She's on the right side. She had that first goal. She'll try to keep it low to Brian. Brian goes around the defender. She'll take the light tap approach after the defender getting a touch on it there. Goalie almost loses the punt there. But Cougars keeping the pressure here. Morales tries to send it over to Cordova. But now it's another lead here as they'll box it out for goalkeeper to grab inside the box. And she'll take her time here. So a low punt there. Tries to get the touch, but Rojas, she's going right through it all. And they'll send it to goalkeeper. So Rojas not giving in to the energy. They'll opt for the roll here to Cruz. Cruz is wide open. Now she'll take the kick. Just past midfield range. But it's going to be booted back in that same position. Cougars doing a great job of not allowing the offender to get past him. But look at this. A long, low shot there. That looks like that was Chavez that time. On the goal. She kept it low and took it far left on goalkeeper. And now Mustangs 3, Cougars 1. As we'll have some substitutions on both sides of the ball there. But Mustangs don't allow the Cougars to get too comfortable here and extend their lead by yet another goal. So Rojas still bringing the pressure, but trying to get it, maneuvers right around the defender. It's bounced out. Rojas is there, and they'll kick it outbound. So they kick it outbound. It'll be a corner kick, I believe. Yep, it'll be a corner kick here. This will be corner kick number 2 for the Mustangs. First of this half. So just 23:36 on the clock. And the corner kick will be no good. As we'll have a kick to come. They'll take it low this time. Opt for the dribble instead. And it's booted forward. No Cougar there to retrieve it. It's Cordova getting a touch on it. And a push there will send it in the Cougars' direction. So they get some momentum here. That's going to be Cruz. Cruz. It's a high ball, but it will take a bounce to goalie. And she's there to retrieve it. So a big punt just behind midfield. But Rojas is there. It's a pass and go. But Cougars getting a touch on it to stop that play. And another offsides call. Make it number 9 for the Mustangs. Something that they was just struggled with all game long. So Cougars catch a break there. So free kick headed right back into position. It's backward kicks by Cruz. Cougars trying to get a response after that goal. It's going to be booted right back. Sanchez getting a touch on it, trying not to let it go forward to Rojas. So we'll have a Mustang inbound to come. And a loose ball there, but goalkeeper's there. So 21 minutes. 3-1, Mustangs lead in the competition. Will the Cougars respond here, or will the Mustangs establish their dominance here tonight at Davis High School? So a loose ball, but it's still kept inbound here by the Mustangs. That's Rojas. She's on that side of the field this time. And it's a forward pass, but goalkeepers get there first. So nice bounce and assisted by Cruz. Bryant trying to get there. Defender's there. She'll try to beat out the defender. But now Cougar is back in his territory. So she'll send it to Bryant. Tries to switch the field here. But no Cougar's there to retreat it. Cruz. She'll take the dribble. It's high. She'll try to cross the field. Morales tries to get there first. So go outbound. Mustangs catch a break there. Well, you'll have a free kick here to come. All Cougars in position. It's kind of doing a man coverage. They'll try to retreat. A little hesitation there, but it still sends things forward. It's going to be blocked by Herenia. But stolen right back. And Mustangs fighting through for that contact. So it's going to be passed down the sidelines here to Chavez. Chavez showing some speed on the right side. She'll try to cross the field, but Cougar there to stop that. play. So a slight dribble, but then it's going to be taken around there by Salazar. But Cougars doing everything in their will here to stop the motion. So another offsides call. Make it number 10. So we're 18 minutes remaining here in the half. So kick just about midfield range. It's gonna grab some air. Defense getting it out of this territory. Tries to send it forward to Ramos, but it's going to be pulled back there by Gonzalez. So Gonzalez trying to split a double team. She's taken down by the defender. So that one's going to be in favor of Gonzalez. Tries to cross it, but it's going to be headed. And that's going to be in favor of the Mustangs. So some quick substitutions here for the Mustangs. But we're under 17 here. 3-1. Mustangs still leading. So slight hesitation. They try to do the pass and go. They'll take some speed, but goalie, she's able to grab it off the bounce right inside the box. She'll opt for the punt this time. Haven't seen it in a while. And it's a jam up for the possession. But a push on Sanchez will send things into the Cougars, the Mustangs territory. So Mustangs will get a free kick here. About 35 yards out. And it's a big kick, but goalie, she'll pack it down and assist herself there. And a nice punt midfield range, so it gets into the range that they need, but the defense of the Mustangs are not allowing the Cougars to have much time with the ball at all. So it's a fight for the possession, but it's on the left side now. Kept inbound there by Perez. Great defensive work by her. And it'll be a quick throw in here by the Mustangs. Tries to cut the defender, but just no good. Cordova now taking the dribble, but it's going to be ripped right out by Chavez. Chavez tries to send it right back. But Cordova now back in hand. She'll pass it out to Herenia. Now it's a lead pass, but no one's there. It's low, so goalie takes the dribble. Snags it up right out the air. A fight for the possession, but Cougars will win that one. Sends it forward there to Ramos, to Cordova. Cordova, she's met by two defenders here, so she'll retreat. Utilizing that back line defense for assistance. It's a lead pass. So Brian trying to get a touch on it. It's headed into the Cougars territory. but showcasing some speed there. That's Loya, but goalie is there to establish her presence in the box. And catching some air as it goes outbound after a kick from Gonzalez. The Cougars will have a few substitutions. Looks like that's going to be Jasmine Rodriguez and Destiny Espino checking back into the ball game. But what's the difference here is the Mustangs are able to grab contact after just one touch here. As the Cougars still yet to respond to the 2 goals here from the Mustangs, but the Mustangs really just not dying down the energy. Cordova trying to fight through the contact, and she's able to get the penalty call there. Just about 45 yards out. 12 minutes remaining here on the in regulation. So it's going to be Cruz. It covers great distance off the header, but it's going to get a foot there by Lopez, which will send things all in the opposite direction. So that's Cordova on the left side. She tries to cut inward. And it's going to be a corner kick. So now this will be... Oh no, they're going to really actually last touched by Cordova. So actually Mustangs get the reset. So a quick Mustang substitution. So Mustangs has been rotating pretty much all night long. Looks like Stephanie Aveles checks back into the ball game. Cougars trying to send it back and forth, but they're just unable to maintain the contact here. But look at this, she's trying to split the defender. It's Cruz there. She'll retreat. Back line back to Cruz. Cruz will try to send it forward, but that dribble is fought through there by Ramos, and they're going to rule that one last touch by the Mustangs. Excuse me, by the Cougars. So a forward pass. No one's there to retreat it. They'll draw back instead of opting to goalie. But this Cougar team just not yet to respond. And a push in the back there from the Cougars will actually send things in the Mustangs' direction. So just about 36 yards out. That's going to be Jelami Gonzalez on the kick. And it's a high, but off of the bounce, goalkeeper's able to remain solid there. And she'll take the low. But so Cruz tries to maintain the dribble. She'll go wide, tries to send it forward, but Rojas is there to retreat it. So lost control of the dribble. Back into both territories. So a takedown here just about behind midfield will send things in the Mustang territory. So a long kick, but goalie snags it right off of the foot of the player there, showcasing some dominance. So a nice punt. It takes a bounce at midfield. As there are just 8 minutes remaining here, and substitutions to come for both teams. 3-1. Mustangs still leading. Cougars trying to get back on the board here. Big throw in. But some way, somehow, it's into the favor of Mustangs. It's a loose ball. Trying to get a stop on it, and the Cougars do. They'll try to send it forward, but it's nothing but Mustang defenders. She'll draw it back. Crosses the field over. It's an intended pass and go. What quickly got intercepted. And a stop there. No handball. And it's a little ball with some height. It's Morales on the far right side. She's able to keep things inbound, and it's going to be a corner kick. So now we'll have the second corner kick here for the Cougars. It's going to be on the right side this time, as it's 6.5 minutes remaining here in the regulation. So Cougars try to get set here. It's going to be that's going to be Morales from the side here. So keep it low as it covers no distance. And now things going in the opposite. It's a forward thing here to Rojas, but goalkeeper's there to snag. So they did switch goalies here. She'll take the punt. It's about midfield range. Mustangs trying to get it out of this territory. But Cougars trying to apply some pressure here. They'll throw it in down the line. Takes a bounce just about midfield range. Almost a slight collision, but Cougars get the contact first. And a takedown at midfield range will send things into the Mustangs' favor. So exactly midfield, that's going to be Gonzalez. Definitely covers some ground. A slight contact, but goalkeeper snags it right off of the ankle of Rojas. So a punt with a spin. Cougars try to keep it inbound. She'll get the touch. Rodriguez will take charge there. Morales tries to fight forward, but she's unable to get some cover on it in a light shot attempt with 4.5 minutes to go. So booted with excellence. It's Rojas again. But goalie packing it down that time. Keeping the Cougars clean there. So trying to send it forward. It's Morales. But it's sent right back for the Cougars. And just too far right. Just missing. But it was offsides anyways. As we'll have a quick substitution here for the Cougars. Time is just dwindling out. 3.5 minutes remaining. Cougars still down 2. So Cougars get a fresh reset here. He'll cover a bit of some ground, but Rojas gets the first touch on it. It's passed forward, trying to fight through some contact, but Mustangs get back into motion there. That's Gonzalez. She'll get the touch, but she stopped in her tracks with the slide tackle. It's a slow pace dribble there for Destiny. But Cruz trying to fight through the contact. She draws back. And is sent with power. But goalkeeper, she'll take the dribble there. She's met with no pressure. As it's going to be grabbed by goalie. So just 2 minutes remaining. As it's pointed up here. Headed down. It's a fight to the bounce. And a push at midfield will send things to the Cougars side. So Cougars moving with a sense of urgency. But it's going to be stopped in its tracks and sent right back. And this time it's high. They'll move it for a header. As the hesitation will send it to the Cougars defense. As it's attempted to be booted outward. But they'll keep it in play. So just a minute remaining here. Mustangs ball. But still moving with urgency. So dribble to the midfield range. Ricocheting off of the lone Cougar. She's on the far left side this time, and she'll opt for it to go outbound. Mustangs possession here. They set up for a throw in. Neil cross here, but goalkeeper, she'll just grab it. So she'll try to punt it to midfield as it's headed down, as we'll just forward of the last 3 seconds here. And time will expire. And that'll do it here at Davis High School. 3-1 Aldine Mustangs defeat the Nimitz Cougars here in this matchup. That's all soccer we have for tonight. Thanks for tuning in and have a great night.